heel back block, and that's
guy that rolls his body around.
Mike Drop Sports. Steel City Live.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you all for joining us as we dive in here on a Tuesday as the Pittsburgh Steelers signed Deshon Elliott yesterday, giving the Steelers one of the dominoes that needed to fall in order for TJ Watt to start to have the attention focused on him, basically. This was all about Aaron Rodgers, really, getting him in the building, then just tying up loose ends. Now the attention has been turned to TJ Watt. TJ Watt's the guy that has to be next on the chopping block for the Steelers in terms of deals that need to be done. So we're going to talk about that and what that means for the Pittsburgh Steelers and where they need to go next with all of this and get this thing done, man. So, again, thank you for joining us. If you are just joining us, make sure you put your comments, questions, and concerns inside of the live chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button and sharing the show. We truly, truly appreciate it. What's up, Daniel Barry? What's up, James Bauman? What's up? Good to see you guys in the chat early. What's up, Mark Collins? Good to see you guys. But again, we're going to talk Steve Winters. Good to see you too, man. We're going to talk about that extension with TJ Watt. Again, the Deshon Elliott deal falls into place. That was something definitely that had to be done. Was it their highest priority? Probably not. TJ Watt's on the roster. So the whole thing this offseason has been figure it out, continue to build this roster in terms of surrounding Aaron Rodgers with good talent and trying to continue to build the trenches. That's been a focus of this offseason also in terms of what they did in the draft. So the Steelers now turn their attention solely to TJ Watt. The Deshon Elliott deal needed to get done. They didn't want it to be another TJ Watt situation. What's up, Big JD? What's up, Nick Winters? They didn't want this to be another TJ Watt situation, in my opinion. The Steelers, I believe, learned a valuable lesson here, and that's quit messing around and get deals done when they need to get done. But if you look at this really in reality here, and we look at contracts and when they're these extensions are usually given, guys. When people are usually extended, they're in the final year of their deal, and TJ is in the final year of his deal. So maybe it isn't really that big of a problem or that big of an issue because they do this with basically everybody they plan on keeping. If you're in the final year of your deal, they're going to start working out a contract extension and they're going to want to get it done before that season. So that before that last year starts, so you're not on a lame duck 1 year deal. They don't want their players that they want to keep long term to be on any type of lame duck 1 year deal. And that's what it boils down to. And yeah, TJ Watt's contract is big news because it's TJ Watt. He's the best defensive player on the planet. But it's really not out of the ordinary what the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing here. And it's really not going to be a surprise when it's done. It's really not going to be a surprise when they pay him $42 million per season to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. It's not going to be a surprise that they give him 3 or 4 years on that contract. It's not going to be surprised that that contract could potentially be worth 170 million, $160 million. It's not going to be a shock, guys. We know this is all going to happen. It's just a matter of when. You have all these insiders in the NFL going out there and they're acting like they're giving earth-shattering fucking news here. And there was one on a Pat McAfee show, that Peter Schrager guy or whatever, and he says, both sides are continuing to talk and they're both interested in getting a deal done. And I can't see TJ Watt being anywhere else. Well, no shit, dude. You're not giving any inside information here, bro. This is all obvious information. I mean, guys, this is all easy shit to figure out here. TJ Watt is a one hat player. Maybe he doesn't become a what? Maybe he doesn't stay a one hat player here toward the end of his career. If he doesn't win a ring here in the next handful of seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe he starts to really yearn for that Super Bowl and goes and ring chases if the Steelers aren't in a position that he feels like they're going to be able to get it done. Maybe that happens. But he is here for another contract, guys, and I look for it to be 3 or 4 years. And I look for it to be monster dollars, 41 and a half to 42 million. That's where I look for it to be. I don't think TJ Watt's an overly crazy guy to where he's got to be leaps and bounds above the Myles Garrett's, the Max Crosby's. I don't think he has to be paid extremely crazy amounts more than them, but I believe he thinks like, hey, I'm better than these guys. I deserve to be paid more than them. It is what it is. I mean, that's the market. Blame the Cleveland Clowns, man. They reset the market. They're a team that's paying for 5 quarterbacks astronomical freaking money over there. Blame them. Blame them, those dumbasses over there for resetting the market. If anybody wants to bitch about the money, T.J. Watt when he signed his deal last time, it was what 3 4 years at $112 million. He's making 20 some million. At that time, he was the highest paid defensive player in NFL history, guys. And he's gonna reset the fucking market again here. And it is what it is. So TJ Watt, in my speculations, will be the next domino to fall. But these other little deals, like the Sean Elliott deal, it was gonna get done. We talked about it yesterday on the show, and how ironic that it came to pass. We talked about it being $6 to $8 million. If you do it on the early end of this, and you don't allow him to have another big year, you're gonna probably be around $6 million per season. If you allow it to go another season and you allow him to have another big year, you're going to be looking at it $7.5 to $8 million per season for Deshaun Elliott. That's just the reality of all this. It's not hard to figure it all out. TJ Watt, a guy that's now still best at his position. Yeah, the sack totals weren't TJ Watt like, they weren't superhuman like, but they were respectable. And we can talk about the end of the season, but that guy was banged up. Again, I don't even know how he's suiting up. I don't know how he's playing. Honestly, lesser men would have been on the sideline. We'll just say that. There's been reports that he was really super banged up and not doing well during those last games, those handful of games. But he was there, and he knew it was crunch time for his football team, and he wanted to be out there. So everybody wants to talk about TJ Watt. He should be a stand-up guy and pay and play. I get it. I get you should honor your contracts. But guys, honor your commitments. I get that. But you have to realize that this is not out of the ordinary what is going on with TJ Watt. The guy that they just signed yesterday to 12.5 million over 2 years was in what? The final year of his deal. It's always pretty much that, the final year of their deal. Now, sometimes they'll sign him even maybe a little bit earlier to those extensions, but they're trying to figure out cap space and move money around. And those are more of a broader picture financial thing to where they're manipulating stuff that way. So sometimes it's a little bit earlier. And that's why I don't think it would be out of the realm of possibility to get Calvin Austin done early. But it is what it is, and you can finish out those contracts and all that shit also before the new one kicks in. So, again, TJ Watt, got to be the next one to fall. We're going to get to your comments, questions, and concerns inside of the live chat. Make sure you guys are doing that. And make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that share button, and hitting that subscribe button here on the channel. We truly, truly appreciate you guys. I'm going to get a little sip. James Bauman's from Monroeville, Pennsylvania, home of the Monroeville Gators down there. Yeah, man. That's not far from me, James. Maybe we'll meet up for a beer. You never know one day. Maybe we'll run into each other. What's up, Mark Collins, Daniel Warman in the house? Hey, Jason. Would Gabe Davis or Tyler Boyd be an option at wide receiver? TJ should be the highest paid edge rusher, hands down. He's so much more than a pass rusher. Yeah, he can intercept the ball. He causes immense amount of fumbles. He's not a one-trick pony by any means. I think he does need to be a little bit more versatile in terms of his movement inside of the defensive schematics, to where he does maybe possibly set himself up for a little bit more, and tap a little bit more into TJ's potential. But as far as the wide receivers, I don't see either of those becoming a wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe Gabe Davis revisits the Steelers after he gets healthy. But as of right now, he cannot pass a physical, and that's why he made it out of the building the last time. The Steelers may have told him, "Hey, man, go get healthy." Come back. Maybe we'll figure something out and reevaluate your medical, your medicals. So maybe that's the case. Tyler Boyd, I just don't know. He's still out there, but is he a guy that's a real true number two at this stage of his career? I think that answer's no. And I don't think the Steelers are looking to add just another 3 or 4 on the depth chart guy. That's the problem with Tyler. Great career. I love Tyler Boyd. I think he's been phenomenal. When he played with the Bengals, he was absolutely insane at times. I thought he was really, really good and a valuable, valuable asset to the football team. But he's gotten older, and he's just, it's just a natural progression of things here throughout a young man's career. And Tyler Boyd's had a decent career, man. He got paid some bucks with the Bengals, so good career. I hope he finishes out on a high note. I hope he gets a home this year. I think he will. It's just a matter of time. But I don't think the Steelers are in the position to need a guy that's going to be third or fourth on the depth chart, fourth or fifth piece on a depth chart. They got those guys. What they're looking for is a true 1A to DK Metcalf. They have a number 2 already, guys, and that's Calvin Austin III. He's their number 2. And everybody says, oh, they got to get a bona fide number 2 wide receiver. That's not what they're looking for. They are looking for a 1A wide receiver so they don't run into the difficulties that they ran into when George Pickens ran down last year to an injury and was out of the games, to where the Steelers aren't going to be questioning whether or not they have a number 1 target that's going to have some attention drawn to them. They don't want to find themselves in that position. So the answer isn't a number 2 wide receiver. It's a 1A wide receiver. You DK and this person, both as the number 1 type targets. That's what the Steelers are looking for. But good question, Daniel. But the Tyler Boyd thing, I don't think would happen because of where he's at in this career. And Gabe Davis, I'm not sure he's a number 2 either. And I'm not sure that he fits the mold, and the injuries. The health is the major concern for Gabe Davis right now. James Baum and Jason, they give TJ that much money. You better hope you're right about Howard. I think I am right about Howard, but that's only going to be, if he gets the opportunity, and time will only tell. James, that's the big thing. But here's the real thing, James. They don't even have to be right about Howard. Why? They still have Mason Rudolph, who's a guy that's a steady Eddie, man. They signed him for 2 years, so they have him. They know they can win ball games with him. They have Aaron Rodgers signed on a very cheap deal for 1 year. And if Aaron Rodgers wins games and has a great time, they go and they make it far in the playoffs, or God forbid, maybe they sniff a Lombardi trophy in 2025. Maybe, he signs another year and has enough left in the gas tank and does it again on the cheap, but I don't think that will happen. But still, where are they going to go, James? They're not going to go and sign any big name guy. They're going to go and use all that tremendous amount of draft capital that they've built up with Omar Khan over the last year, and players leaving and things of that nature with compensatory picks. And they're going to reinvest that into a quarterback. That's what they're going to do in 2026 if none of those guys pan out. And again, the Steelers have put themselves in a better position than a lot of people want to give them credit for. Their backs aren't against the wall. We've talked about this. The quarterback position isn't in dire straits. Why? I think a large part of that's due to the presence of Mason Rudolph, a guy they know they can win games with. Then another piece of that puzzle is they have a very young guy that they have a lot of confidence in, that they think that, could potentially play into something down the road. And Will Howard, they're not banking on it, but it's potential, and it's something that's exciting for the franchise. And then they have the ageless one, I guess, and Aaron Rodgers, a guy that's won a Super Bowl, that's a four-time MVP, that played really well at the back half of the season and wants to take one more real go at it on a very cheap deal. So their backs aren't against the wall. They've done everything they need to do. They've done everything correctly, and they didn't reach for anybody. They didn't go out there and make some stupid ass trade for a guy like Kirk Cousins. They didn't do any of that dumb shit. What they did was they stayed steadfast to their plan, build the trenches on both sides of the football, and get guys that are going to be solid and give yourself future plans, give yourself immediate plans, give yourself short term plans with Aaron Rodgers, immediate plans in terms of Mason Rudolph for the next 1 or 2 years that you can depend on, Will Howard being a future project, and building tremendous draft capital to go out there and get another one if they need to inside of the 2026 draft. They can make all types of moves, and they have so many options, it's absolutely unreal. So, when fans are getting upset or maybe even thinking twice about signing TJ Watt to that kind of money, guys, it ain't going to hurt them. It isn't going to hurt them in the cap because they don't have a monster quarterback salary. And there isn't even one on the horizon, my friends. And they pay their wide receiver DK Metcalf, their number one target, $33 million. So where's the rest? They got to spend the money. They got to spend 95% of that money. I believe it maybe even a little bit more. I thought the number was 95% of it that they have to spend under the or inside of the cap. So you got to spend it. So, hey, spend it. And TJ Watt is the guy that's going to spend a large chunk of that salary cap in 2025, 2026, and 2027. And then we'll see where he is at that point when he's entering that 33, 34 years old stage. And the Pittsburgh Steelers can start to see, where he's at then, whether or not they want to flip that and get some investment back, some capital back in terms of a trade, maybe letting him walk after his contract expires. Who knows? That's 3, 4 years down the road. But right now, guys, for a team that's supposed to suck so bad, boy, is Omar Khan put on a masterclass. And it's been right under everybody's nose, but nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to sit there and say, man, the Steelers have done a damn good job here. And that is the truth. Look at it. Take your fan hat off from whatever team you're a fan of. Take your Steeler fan hat off, sit it on the fucking shelf for a couple minutes, and look at this from an outsider's perspective that doesn't have blinders on in any way. And look at this and really take an in-depth look at it, and you're going to sit back and go, oh my Lord. Did the puppet master come to fucking play? And his name is Omar Khan. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm hard on him when they need to be talked about. When they've done some stupid shit, I say it. And I'm not afraid to tell the truth with it. But I'm telling the truth here, too. Look at it without any blinders on. Look at it from a real outsider's perspective in terms of somebody that's a neutral party. And you'll really see what the Steelers have done. And don't look now, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are about to start murdering folks, bro. And you can believe me if you want. But man, if they have just one more domino in terms of maybe another weapon, maybe a young quarterback that comes in and starts to blossom, i.e. Will Howard, maybe somebody in the next draft, boy, the Steelers could be dangerous for the next decade or so. Mark Collins, to be honest, Elliott was our best pound for pound defensive player last year. Absolutely. And that's why I preached it yesterday, guys. I still got notes sitting on the table of what I was talking about with Deshon Elliott. 2 years. I have it right here, man. 2 years, 6 million. 6 to 8 million. That was what I had wrote down yesterday. That's where you guys were in the chat. We knew it was coming. It was when, and they needed to do it early, man. And you're right, Mark. He was the best pound per pound defensive player for the Pittsburgh Steelers in terms of what he can do. Guys, this guy can drive on the football like nobody I've seen in a while, man. He knows how, and why can he do that? Well, one, being he's a tremendous athlete and tremendous physical shape, but it's that vision, that understanding of the defense, that understanding of the game. The game slows down so much for Deshon Elliott. Why? Because he's super smart. That's something people aren't giving Deshon Elliott a lot of credit for. That guy is super, super smart back there. He understands when to come and get the football, man. And he knows how to drive on it. He knows how to undercut routes. He knows how to defend pass catchers. He knows how to come in and play in the box and be aggressive. And he's super aggressive in his tackling. He loves being a Pittsburgh Steeler. All Deshon Elliott wanted to do after being a sixth-round pick, I believe 190 or some dumb shit by the Baltimore Ravens. All he's wanted to do throughout his NFL career, and I'm sure he'll tell it to you if you ask him, is find a home, and he found it. And he found it inside of that Pittsburgh Steelers defense. They play the brand of football that Deshon Elliott wants to play, and he's at home here, man. He loves it here. You could see that sense of being just so comfortable out there on the football field, to where he was just playing football, guys. He wasn't thinking, and that's the big problem with a lot of these players when they get to the NFL level. They have to think too much, and you can't think playing football, man. You can't think about what you have to do. You just got to do it. And that's a big issue. That's a huge issue in the National Football League when players get up there. Steve Winters, TJ Watt, 3 years, 140 million. That's my guess. If you look at it, Steve, I say 42. This is my guess, guys. I say it's going to be 42 million, probably. So I'm going to go from 41 to 42 million. That's what I think the average annual salary will be. And I think that'll be 3 or 4 years. So these are the ranges that I'm giving you. So if you add those together, 40, 40, 40, that is what? 80, 120, right? 80, 120. Adding what, 2, 3 million onto that, 6, 9. So I'm looking at, roughly about 126 to 130 million dollars over 3 years. And if they do it over 4, it's going to be closer to around 170 million over 4 years. I don't look for them to fully guaranteed if they do 4 years. I don't think that that's the case. I think what they would do is, if it was 4 years, that last year would be kind of like a year that both sides could get out if they wanted to. It won't be fully guaranteed. He would have to play it out to get the money. And anyway, and if he's still here, he might rework a deal depending on cap issues or whatever at that time. We don't know. That's a long time down the road. But I look for it to be about 120 million of it probably fully guaranteed. I look for him to do three of those years fully guaranteed, and that fourth year to kind of be that wishy-washy year is how I look at it. And again, I'm no capologist, I'm no contract guru. I'm just looking at fair market value, and right now you're looking at TJ Watt for 41 to 42 million dollars per season. That's all you're going to have to pay him more than Myles Garrett to make TJ Watt happy. It's the guaranteed money, guys, that makes this thing all go round. What does Deshon Elliott get fully guaranteed? Did he get all of it fully guaranteed? I'd have to look. With Deshon Elliott's deal here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll look at it here. I'll find it. But I believe probably all of that's fully guaranteed, probably, I would say, or at least half of it, 6 million probably is. JD, do you think the Steelers might want to sign TJ for longer than about 3 years, maybe about 7 or so? No, JD, I don't. Because he is a defensive player. He is a pass rusher in terms of longevity. Yeah, you're going to be able to play a lot longer in this league now. Probably, you're going to be 36, 37 years old and still be able to play at a high level, I'm sure, with TJ Watt. But he's a pass rusher. It's not like Cam Hayward playing in the interior of the defensive line. It's a little bit of a different position. So I don't see a 6 or 7 year deal. I think it's right on status quo, man. 3, 4 years is probably what you're going to do. 4 years, again, is probably going to be the real length of it, but it's going to be 3. And that fourth year is that weird year, so maybe they can push money down the road to help with cap issue. I don't know. I don't know how that all will break down, but 3, 4 years is all I see all I can see happening, JD. Seven or so is just far, far too much for the Steelers. You only see those big contracts, JD, in terms of 7, 8 years or something. That's like a Patrick Mahomes type deal, like a quarterback deal, to where you're trying to lock up a franchise quarterback for a decade. And TJ Watt's just not that. Is he special? Is he amazing? Absolutely. But he's not a quarterback. So that's the biggest thing for TJ right now. All right, let's keep going here. Armand, hi Jason. Was watching Gold and Silver show. You nailed the deal for our longer term safety. Yeah, man. You guys did too. Jason just didn't nail it. You guys did too. You guys know football really, really well, and I don't want to take all the credit. You guys were in this conversation too. Yeah, we were spot on with our group effort, man. It's our group here. It's just not Jason. It's just not one person. Our group is solid, man, and I enjoy talking football with you guys. And you throw around all the great ideas. You ask all the great questions. And that's what leads into some of this stuff. So I appreciate you guys. But we nailed it. Yeah, we definitely did. What's up, big Zaza Curry? Good, good. You finished that shift. Now you can stay in for a damn good show. Yeah, we nailed those numbers, Armand. We were pretty damn close. I gave a range, though, to be fair. I gave that 6 to 8 million. You know, that's where we were kind of tipping around there. That's what I had before the show, where I thought his fair market value was. But yeah, we got it, baby. Armand, Rogers will come back if not injured in 2026. Uh, Mark Collins, I believe Mount Washington has a huge year with Rodgers. He is the next Mercedes Lewis from Green Bay. Yeah, just because Rodgers compared him to Mercedes Lewis, Mark, that's high praise. Mercedes Lewis is a beast, bro. An absolute beast. I love Mercedes Lewis in his prime. I hope you're right, baby. I hope you're right. I would love to see a Mercedes Lewis type player out there, man. Armand, I think Mason will start in 2027 and Howard taking notes. Here's the thing, man. Mason's the insurance policy. That's what they were so aggressive for in going and getting Mason Rudolph. That's why I gave him 8 million over 2 years. That's a nice payday for a backup quarterback in this league. And Mason Rudolph definitely is deserving of that. I think he's a stand-up dude, a good player, good locker room guy. So definitely really, really cool to see. We got a gifted memberships coming in from Za Curry. Giving 10 Mike Drop Sports membership. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate you, Doc. Thank you, my man, for giving 10 Mike Drop Sports memberships, man. I'm blessed with a curse. Being good at my job, I get called in for overtime. Then boss is mad. I'm getting OT. I'll do what you need me to. Don't pin me or for doing extra. Yeah, no doubt, Zot. If I'm a boss, and I've been a boss over my life, I appreciate people that do the extra. I definitely do because good bosses value that and don't care about the money. Mark Malone, we're going to have a load of cash next year for sure. Might be hard to spend it. We'll probably trade draft picks for vet free agents. Yeah, because they're not going to select 13 players next year, you know, and they may, you know, never know. They're definitely trade something off, I'm sure. Definitely, Mark. And they are going to have some money next year, too. Absolutely, Zah. I agree. If you aren't doing your best, I don't know what you're there for. Yeah, you have to spend up to a certain percentage. Like, you have to spend, like, 95% of it, I believe. I believe I'm accurate there. Crap, probably Zah. They might just take your cash. Yeah, taxes. They take your cash that way. I mentioned this before. I don't remember the pushback I got. Can we turn Hayward into a wide receiver instead of a tight end? No, Zah. I don't even know how he's. Honestly, I don't know how he makes the team this year. I just don't. Maybe he does. I don't. He's not putting anything into the offense. I had high hopes for him. He's just, average physicality in terms of his physical attributes. Um, Man, I would love to see him get more involved, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. And that's not what the Steelers are looking for in terms of the wide receiver. Guys, they're looking for a 1A. That's what they're looking for. So I don't see it. But, stranger shits happen, man. I think Thornhill gets a new deal. That's from Mark Collins. Armand, we have the smartest viewers. We got some good ones, man. That's funny. That must be business thing. And yes, absolutely. Mark Collins. I bet the Ravens regret not giving him a new contract. They probably do now. Rob Lightfoot, 1 Timothy 5. Chapter 5, verse 18, you shall not muzzle an ox when it treads out the grain, and the laborer deserves his wages. Give TJ his money's worth. Well, we always appreciate a good Bible verse here, Rob. So thank you very much, man. I agree. Give him what he's worth. True story, Armand. Oh, he's talking about Armand. Mark Collins, the Castro kid reminds me of Donnie Shell, but he is more athletic version of Shell. Whoo, man, Mark, you're giving that boy some high praise. Donnie Shell. Shit. I hope he is, Mark. Damn. Who are you talking about 9 million to? I'm not sure who you're saying give 9 million to. Robert Tamburo, high Steelers D, highest paid D in NFL history, 4 years in a row now. Yet there are a bunch of better D's that don't cost as much, but are better. Yeah, I hear you, Robert. But here's the real natural progression. The Steelers were really young on offense the last few years, too. So where's the money naturally going to go? I know people bash the Steelers about spending on defense, but there will be a time here in the future to where they're spending tremendous amounts of money on offense. Why? Because the defense will be getting younger. It always flip flops back and forth, guys, for the teams that build their football team the way the Steelers do, and that's through the draft. Typically, they build the football team through the draft and supplement through free agency. So some other teams have that twisted. They build through free agency, which makes no damn sense to me. But anyway, how the Steelers build their football team, it's just a natural progression, and you're going to see that natural flip flop. After a handful of years, just the way it goes, and I know fans really get involved in it. What's up, Jay Hook? What's up, man? They'll be working to you, RJ. Robert, number one highest paid D ever and nowhere near number one ranked D equals poor coaching, not getting their money worth. They do rank up there a lot. They're in the top five in a lot of categories. A lot of the times, there at the beginning of last season, they were number one at one point, I do believe. Maybe not, but I know they were sniffing it if they weren't. They were definitely number one in some categories. So I get what you're saying, Robert. I definitely do. Um, but I don't think it's all just about the money being spent there. Again, it depends on age of players and things of that nature, where they are. Are they one contract, two contract? Yeah, it's a lot in there, and I just think it's a natural progression. That's just how I view it. Maybe I'm wrong. We did Zod, Derek Statler. He got a gifted membership. Aaron Derek, John Pale, Adam. My Floyd is Pink got one. Duck Plucker, Z, Tim Manto, Dabs, Joan French. I'm glad and welcome all to the Mic Drop Mafia. And again, guys, that's 99 cents a month. Super chats are always open. Those are always appreciated. There are other ways to support the channel inside of our bio if you choose to do that. Gifted memberships are always appreciated. And we are on the grind here, man. And hey, we did. I want to congratulate everybody. We got past our 4,600 mark, so we need to get 5,000 because I want to give that jersey away. So we need 399 or 98, 399 or 98 subscribers, and we will hit 5,000, and then we will give away the jersey. I'm going to do it at 5,000. So, but I put a challenge out there tonight. If we get it's listed in the chat. You'll have to see it's at the top. There's a little target where it says 0 of 5. If we reach that, I'll do it next week and give the jersey away. I just thought it would be cool. I never usually do the challenges at the top. So I just thought it'd be cool to throw that in there. And if we hit it, we hit it. But that'll be giving away a signed TJ Watt jersey. Mark, I was ready to give the dude 10. Yeah, man. Hey, no doubt. I get what you're saying, man. But that has to do too, Robert, a lot with offense. You know, their ability to hold on to the football, their ability to score points. You know, you can't put it all on the defense, man. You know, we can talk about the defense being the highest paid and not performing to the mark that we want them to. But you know, when the offense isn't putting the points on the board that a National Football League offense needs to do, then you know you can't blame that all on the defense. You know, the defense gets you the ball back and you shit the bed and you don't score any points with it. That's not the defense's fault. You know, the defense gets a turnover and you kick a field goal instead of putting 7 points on the board 4 times in one game. You know, that's not the defense's fault. Yeah, I think the defense definitely has some issues, but I think that there's some bigger issues with it too. The schematics of Mike Tomlin is a little rusty and a little outdated. They don't move TJ Watt around enough. They don't send blitzes from enough different exotic locations. Maybe that's personnel based, why they don't feel comfortable doing that. But there's some other issues. It's not just they get paid the most and they're not the greatest and they collapse. There's a lot of issues that go into those collapses, also. You know, bad luck, just injuries. You know, we've seen that a couple years where key players are out, not just one, but several. So definitely, what's that? Za Curry, just seen the target thing you mentioned. Oh, thank you, Za. Appreciate you. So, yeah, appreciate that. We are up. Yeah, I set the target at 5. So, we'll see what happens. If we get it, we'll give away that jersey next week. Man of my word, my friend. Shit, I was gonna stop typing, but Pittsburgh can trade a number 6 and number 4 for a number 3, etc., and get 7 picks third. Yeah, I hear what you said, man. They got a lot arm on. They could definitely do it. Keeping TJ for sentimental reasons for an extra 47 million. You're not going to pay him 47 million. You know, you're not. You're not, TJ. I'll get back to your comment in a second. Let me get to this super chat coming in from our man JD. Thank you, JD. Truly, truly appreciate that. Super chats coming in. Thank you, JD. Definitely much, much appreciated there. Super chat coming in from JD. We'll get back to your comment there. Nick Winters coming in with a super chat. Absolutely awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys are overwhelming, man. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys are humbling, man. I love the way you guys support the channel. It's absolutely awesome. And another super chat coming in. My lord, you guys are absolutely awesome. Yes, thank you. Awesome, guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so very much. And we hit 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're about there, man. I think we got 5. Yes, we got 5, I think. No, I think we got 4. Yeah, so we're about to hit it, man. So the jersey giveaway is about to happen, man. I'm excited for that. We're about to do it, man. That's awesome, man. Thank you, man. Bottom line is the love for TJ. Yeah, but they're not paying him 47 million, Robert. I don't know where you got the number 47 million from, but it's inaccurate. They're not going to pay him 47 million. 42 probably tops, bro. I get it. It's a tremendous amount of money, bro. Tremendous amount of money. But the Pittsburgh Steelers definitely aren't going to pay him 47 million, man. Again, guys, I want to thank you guys for loading up the super chats. Zachary, JD, Nick Winters. Definitely appreciate it. It's all right, man. I won't hold it to the 5. It just made me set something on there, Za. So I appreciate you very much, though, man, though. Definitely. I won't hold it to the 5. So we're definitely about there, man. You guys just loaded it up. Definitely loaded it up. And I truly appreciate that so very much. Again, Za Curry with 2 of them, man. So we'll give Za that credit. Appreciate that. And then Nick Winters, appreciate that. Definitely, man. Absolutely amazing. JD again coming in with the big super chat. JD, my friend. I am so damn JD. I appreciate that more than you'll ever know, man. Thank you, JD. Thank you. JD was last month's top contributor here at Mike Drop Sports, dropping it in. So, guys, JD got you. JD got you there. Za got you there. Nick Winters got you there. Uh, and it's time. It's time to get this going, man. So let's do it. Uh, we will do this. I will give everybody a chance to get a Mic Drop Mafia membership. So that's what will happen. I'm not going to do it like that second because that's not fair. I want to give everybody a chance to do it. But next Monday on the channel, that'll give you guys something to look forward to from now until then. That will be the day. And we will do it like we normally do it. I have a big bowl that I put all the members in, and I'll go through and I'll put everybody in again, and we will draw it, and we will do it. And we haven't had a giveaway in a while, so can't wait, man. Cannot wait. Definitely. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. True MVPs, man. You guys are absolutely awesome. That was crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. Steelers got outside linebackers who aren't going to get as much playing time as they deserve if they keep TJ. Uh, do not have enough other worthy starter outside linebackers can afford to trade TJ, leaving him in his prime years. I just think you're a little bit off base, Robert, with TJ. That's all. I can see why you say it, brother. I can, and I'm not beating you up over it. I just think you're a little bit off with him. He's the best defender on the planet. That's the facts, and he proves it time and time again. Time and time again. 11 and a half sacks, 6 forced fumbles. You know, always tackling people. Just his sheer presence demands attention. And you know, if any other person not named T.J. Watt puts up the numbers that T.J. Watt puts up, we're praising him as amazing, awesome. You know, another Alex Highsmith puts up the numbers that TJ Watt puts up. You know, we're talking about phenom, man. Absolutely awesome. But, you know, if TJ Watt has a little bit of a down year because he's injured in that last part of the season, which I think came to play a lot into it. But, we're sitting here bashing him because he wasn't superhuman. I think we need to definitely realize that TJ Watt is the best defender. He's better than Myles Garrett. He's better than Max Crosby. And TJ Watt is a phenomenal athlete, and paying him what he's worth isn't a problem because, again, it fits inside of the salary cap. The Steelers don't have a monster quarterback salary, and it just makes sense. What TJ Watt brings to that defense is absolutely invaluable, bro. It just is. His presence when he's not there is so sorely missed. When he is there, that team is a different team, defensively, offensively, all around. That team is a different team when TJ Watt is out there, and the players will even tell you that. And that's something you just can't, bypass. I get you say now's the perfect time. TJ's gonna demand 47 and ain't taking less. That's a lie, Robert. That's a lie. There is no report that's come out that says he wants $47 million. And I can guarantee you that's a lie. If somebody's telling you 47 million, wherever you're getting that from, is the most clickbait shit I've ever heard in my entire life because there is no reports of $47 million. And you can remember I said this and come back and visit it. And again, I'm not beating you up over it. I think you have good arguments. I think you have good points, and I'm not beating you up over it. I just think you're a little bit off base with TJ a little bit. But 47 is not a reality. It's not going to happen. They're not going to pay him $47 million per season. They are not. 41 and a half, 42. That's it. That's max, bro. That's all that's going to happen. And that's just enough to make it more than Myles Garrett. But that is not going to happen. And he is not going to demand that. He is not going to take a penny less than that's not happening. TJ Watt is not a guy that's going to sit there and have a shitload of demands, contrary to what people want to believe. He just wants to get the fair market value. When he made his contract before, he was making 20 some $million a year. He was the highest paid defensive player. Great. And he was happy with that. And he went in and he got it done with the Roonies. He didn't care. He just wanted it done. It was done. He wanted to play football. And it's going to be the same thing here. He doesn't have outlandish demands. He just wants to be fair market value for what he does. And 41 and a half, $42 million is fair. Hell, $40.5 million might even be a reality. He just wants to be ranked with the top guys because he is the top guy. Why should a guy like Myles Garrett, who doesn't show up for his football team in the biggest moments, why should he get paid all that money and TJ not? I mean, I just don't understand. I don't know. My cheap ass brother needs to give one. We love your brother. We love your brother. $1 for a month for a chance. Yes, that's it. Absolutely. Alan Hall, what's up, man? Mike Cara, trade him while you can. Get something good. 2 years from now, you won't be worth much. Disappears in big games, little injury prone. He's been great, but his days are numbered. Everybody's days are numbered, guys, in the NFL. And I see what Mike's saying too. But, guys, every player's days are numbered in the NFL. What does NFL stand for? Not for long. Most guys' careers don't ever even get started, really. So, I just think he is worth it. And don't worry, the team will have outs if they need outs to get out from underneath those contracts. And again, this contract isn't going to hurt this football team in terms of the salary cap. It's not going to make a big difference. It really isn't, guys. And we're blowing it out of proportion. Actually, it'll free up some money in 2025 if he re-signs to one of these big deals. So I get you. And as far as trade value, TJ Watt performs like he did last season, and we all call it a massive decline. He puts those numbers up for the next couple years, and the Steelers decide, maybe it's time to part ways. You're still going to get big shit for TJ Watt. Why? Because he's TJ freaking Watt. It's the game. It's the game, guys. I was mad we let Rod is God Woodson when he still had a lot left in the tank and proved it with multiple All Pro seasons and Lombardies after the Steelers let him go. So I get wanting to keep TJ. Yeah, I was there live at the game the day Rod Woodson tore his ACL the year they played Dallas in the Super Bowl. It was absolutely freaking heartbreaking. Hulk Hoganing the football loose is huge too. Robert, do we agree TJ Watt's more than Miles Garrett? What's Miles Garrett getting? I'll definitely be over 41. And yesterday, ESPN reporting TJ's agent said zero hometown discounts. It doesn't matter about a hometown discount because again, Miles Garrett's getting 40. TJ's not going to go for 47. He's not going to give a discount because he doesn't need to give a discount. 41 million, 42 is perfect, guys. Absolutely perfect. He made a deal. He has to man up and stick to the deal already made. If not, no respect. Mike, I get why you say that. People should honor their commitments, but man, I got to tell you this too. Every player that comes into the final year of their deal, every player that is going to be with this football team long term, every player, when they come into the final year of their deal, renegotiates their deal, looks for an extension. This is not out of the normal. TJ Watt is not doing anything crazy. He's not doing that anything that hasn't been done a billion times by the Pittsburgh Steelers players and players from around the league. Guys, quit making it something that it isn't. And I love all of you and I value your opinion. But my Lord, guys, do not make it something it's not. TJ Watt is doing nothing out of the ordinary here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong. It's not that he's not honoring his commitment because he'll play probably on that $21.5 million this year, but he'll have that extension in place probably for the years after. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they rework the deal to where he makes more money this year. I don't know. But regardless, TJ Watt is not doing anything that every other player doesn't do that's long-term players, guys. Deshon Elliott, the guy that got signed yesterday, what year was he in? The final year of his deal. What do the Steelers do? Give him an extension, rework his deal. It's what they do. This is natural. And again, there has been nothing malicious done by TJ Watt here, guys. Nothing. Nothing malicious at all. It is absolutely the status quo in the National Football League what TJ Watt is doing right now. So beating up TJ Watt and acting like he's a man of no integrity, a man that doesn't honor his commitments is crazy shit, man. You're crashing out, man, with that shit. That's the truth. That's the real truth, guys. So that shit of, oh, he already had a deal, you got to honor it. That's bullshit, man. And I get it. He did honor it. Every player works out a new deal in the final year of their contract. Some don't get done, yes. Some don't get done, but everybody doesn't get the headlines TJ Watt gets or these massive superstar players get. That's why we want to make it all into something that it's not. It's not any different than any other player in the National Football League, but we're going to crucify TJ Watt for doing what everybody else does. And nothing malicious has been done by TJ Watt, but we're going to beat him up over it. And again, guys, he wants to be a Steeler. He wants to win a championship here, but he wants to make fair money too. And yeah, I know it's tremendous money. I know it's life-changing money. I know it's more money than all of us will ever see. I get that. I get it. But I don't hate on a guy for being successful. I don't hate on a guy for having an opportunity to make that kind of money. I'm not watching his pockets. I don't care. That's him. And if he has the opportunity, bless you, my friend. Do you. Do you, bro. But damn. Why are we going hard on a player and turning against him? The fan base all of a sudden is turning against TJ Watt like he's some fucking villain or something. And that's not the case, guys. It's not. My point is the Steelers D has already paid more than any team's D ever in history, and that was true last 3 years plus this year is 4, and that's before paying TJ ridiculous money. Robert, it doesn't change your point. I got your point, brother. I got your point, but regardless, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as the natural progression. As the defense gets older, naturally, it's going to have second contract guys on it, which is going to do what, guys? It's going to increase the cap space that unit eats up. As that defense gets younger, by replacing them through the draft, how the Steelers build their football team through the draft, that number will come down. And then the offensive side of the ball, hopefully, will have players entering the second year of their or the second contract of their careers, which will do what? Naturally increase the offensive cap space, the money they eat up. So it's just all part of the natural progression in my eyes. I don't see it any different than that. Yeah, they supplement through free agency, so you'll have some outliers there. I get it. But naturally, that's how it'll work. That's just my opinion. And you're talking about then we can't afford another wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, outside linebacker we still need. I don't think you desperately need another tight end. That's a luxury. You have Pat Fryermuth that you just paid a bunch of money to. You have Darnell Washington that a freaking Hall of Fame guy and Aaron Rodgers just called and compared him to Mercedes Lewis. So I don't think you're hurting in the tight end category. I think it's a luxury pick if you were to go after anybody else. Maybe a Jonnu Smith or something like that. That's a luxury. Wide receiver, they could have still afford one. If they want to pay TJ Watt, they'll still be able to bring in a wide receiver. They can still make that happen. Again, if TJ Watt signs here in 2025 and reworks the deal and gets the extension, it frees up cap space, guys. So that's not going to be an issue. You talk about cornerback. What did they do this offseason? They got Austin Eccles. They got Darius Slay. Corey Trice, they still have tremendous hope in. They invested in a pick, number 32 overall pick, in Joey Porter Jr., who's been pretty damn good. I don't think they're in desperation mode there. Outside linebacker. You're doing what? You brought in Jack Sawyer in the draft. Everybody loves him all of a sudden. You still have Alex Highsmith that you paid decent money to. You have Nick Herbig that everybody loves, but now all of a sudden we're not going to count him. You have TJ Watt. What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about, guys. I don't get it. The wide receiver, what are we talking about? You have Roman Wilson. Everybody's giving him high praise. Calvin Austin III's done nothing but take leaps every time he steps onto the field in terms of growth. You paid DK Metcalf $33.5 million per season. What are we talking about here? I don't get it. And you still have money. And you still built tremendous draft capital for next season. Go out there and draft some young guys. Bring them in. I'm just saying, what are we fucking talking about, my friends? Yeah, they did screw Rod the Bod Woodson. I love him. If he shows up and practices and plays, I don't have a problem, but show up, suit up, and go. He will. Guys, we haven't even had anything. He missed minicamp. What was TJ Watt going to do in mandatory minicamp? Let's be real. What was he going to do that was going to be beneficial to him? Guys, what the fuck was he going to do? Nothing. He's going to stand there and do some fucking drills. Mike Tomlin don't care if he's there. Why? Because he doesn't have to worry about him getting fucking hurt. He don't care. He don't want him there. Guys, don't get that twisted. Mike Tomlin's sitting there thinking like, I don't give a shit if he's here. I don't even want him out on the field. I don't want him to get hurt. Like, screw that shit. But what was he going to do? He wasn't going to do anything special. And guess what? He got fined. So he paid fines, $105,000 worth, not to be there for that few days of mandatory mini camps. Yeah, they're important, but they ain't that fucking important. So it is what it is. And training camp hasn't even hit yet. So we have 5 or 6 weeks before that's a real conversation. That's the thing of it all. You know, Mike? That's the thing of it all. So guys, you got to quit with this TJ Watt better honor his shit. Every player does this. I don't know how much more I can explain it to you guys. You've seen it 1,000 times over, but you know, all of a sudden it's a big fucking deal because it's Trent Jordan Watt. Now we're going to blow it up into something that it's not. Rob Lightfoot, Jason, I'm going to shit if Dan Moore makes the Pro Bowl. Me too, bro. Me too. All right, Robert. This is the last overpaid defensive comment I'm going to go into. Robert, any team with that wildly imbalanced, overpaying one side, you listen too much to Colin Cowherd. I can't even answer it anymore. I explained to you what I'm doing, man. I think you're just off with it. And again, I appreciate your comments. I think you know what you're talking about in terms of football. I just think you're off base a little bit with that. Tom Ford ain't no party like a Diddy party Ford. What's up, Jason and everyone else in the chat? We appreciate you. What was this one? Elliott was Steelers' best D player and deserves extension more than our beloved TJ. Dude, I don't know what more you want TJ to do because he didn't have a superhuman year like he normally does. Look at his overall numbers, man, and you tell me if he's not the best defensive player on the planet. Daniel Warman, TJ will definitely not need a lemonade stand to support his family. I truly love the guy, my favorite player on and off the field. Yeah, he's stand up, no doubt, man. I agree, Daniel. I was crashing out about TJ not the honoring the deal, but how is he acting because he didn't get paid? High intensity volume of good for practice to prepare for the season. I just don't think he's in the wrong, guys. I personally don't. You guys are allowed to personally feel like TJ Watt's wrong. You're allowed, and that's fine. But I don't agree. What's going on with TJ Watt? He's a damn good outside linebacker, Tom. But no, we're talking about people saying about his contract and stuff. You have to rewatch. A lot to explain. Armand, Watt is not real likable. Sign 441, 90 million guaranteed. 3-year deal. That would be far less than Myles Garrett, so they're not going to do that. Nick Winters, 100% everyone does this in the last year if the team doesn't preemptively negotiate a new contract deal. Yes, absolutely. This is absolutely normal. And just because it's Trent Jordan Watt, we all want to sit here and freak the fuck out. That's the truth. That's reality. That's the reality. All right, guys, we have set a chat goal tonight. We are at 4 out of 5. So one more super chat and we are home free, bro. That's it. And then Monday will be the day. So you guys make that call, and then we'll give everybody till Monday to get that Mic Drop Sports membership. 99 cents a month. Always will be 99 cents a month. But man, we had some good ass conversations. I'm going to try to get through the chat here. Mark, it's just how the Jews have conditioned the brain dead lemmings to think about white play. Come on. Jesus. I love you, Mark. Zachary doing those commercials while falling off at the end of the season. Miss me with that. Got to make money there too, man. You know what we can't blame TJ for? We can't blame him for making that bag, baby. We can't. You know, we would do the same. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not into ranking who was the best and stuff. Deshon was, but after that, it is what it is. Guys, we play in what we watch is the ultimate team game. the ultimate team game. And when we lose sight of that and we worry more about individual players than anything, then your team's losing focus on what the most important things are in the game of football in general. And I don't care what any level it is. It's all about the team. It's all about the unit. It's not about this guy, that guy, and no one individual. It's about the team, man. And that's exactly what we need to look at. TJ is the next. Rogers with the drama. The energy will transfer. Mike Carr definitely need a number two. Love Calvin, but he's not a number two. And Wilson done nothing yet. You're right about that, but Calvin is the number two. What they need, Mike, and I don't know if you watched the show at the beginning of the show. I said this. They are looking for a 1A wide receiver, guys. They're not looking for a number two wide receiver. They're not. That's not what they're looking for. They are looking for a 1A. When DK Metcalf is off the field, they are looking for somebody that is doing what? Being that number one guy. All right, guys, we got something else coming in. Super chat coming in from Nick Winters. We reach our goal. Absolutely. Thank you. We did it. We did it. We did it. And then I ruin it by hitting the wrong button and we hit the wrong sound. The trumpet was sad, but we are not sad. We are pumped the fuck up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Will this get us there? It absolutely did, Nick. It absolutely got us there. Big Nick Winters gets it done for everybody in the mafia. Gets it done. He gets it done. Big Slick Nick gets it done with his second super chat of the night. Thank you, Big Nick. And you came in right as the goal was about to expire. The goal was about to expire at the 1 hour mark, and Slick Nick Winters does it again. Comes in, gets it done for the family. So Monday, you got till Monday, man. You got till Monday to get your name entered, man. Become a Mic Drop Mafia member. 99 cents per month. Always will be 99 cents per month. And you got to get yours to get involved because you could be that lucky winner on a damn good show on Monday. And we'll do it at the end of the show just in case we get anybody else. We'll have to get those people in there. J Hook, if you're out there, we might need a producer that day, my friend. Hopefully you'll be off of work or something. We might have to get that done. But anyway, we are rolling here, guys. What a damn good show. That's about it for tonight, guys. Jason's talked out, so we're gonna do it up, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I missed your Steelers questions here tonight on the channel, we'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today's Tuesday, so tonight we'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday, and today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Or Tuesday. So yeah, we'll be here Wednesday at 6 p.m. Then Thursday, no show. I have youth football practice. So Thursday, there will be no live show on Thursday. Then we'll be back Friday. And then I'm still going to try to get Sean on again this weekend to bring him back so everybody can say hello to their boy Sean. He hasn't been on in a while. So we're going to try to do that again over the weekend at some point. And then Monday's the big fucking day. The big fucking day, baby. So let's see how that all goes. Yes, Eastern Daylight Time. Now, Eastern Standard Time. But definitely, man, we appreciate you all so very much, man. What's up, Mike Miller? I see you in there. Again, thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Let me see if I missed anybody, but thank you, man. The super chats were fucking bang up tonight, man. Absolutely fucking bang up. And we're going to leave you with the best intro, outro in the fucking business here. Forgive my French. I'm just absolutely pumped up tonight. You guys made it happen. It was a damn good show. You guys made it rain. And thank you so very much. And I'm so truly humbled by all your participation. So until tomorrow, man, I'm Jason. Peace.
Power takes an approach as a coach.
Let's go. Let's go. It's a field back block, and that's